Do you have big dreams or aspirations in life but find yourself constantly saying things like, that's too hard, I'm just not cut out for that, I wasn't born talented, I don't have the right training, that's just not realistic, what will people say if I fail? If you've ever found yourself saying these words or something similar, then this video is for you. In this video, I'm going to share one of the biggest life lessons that singing and voice coaching has taught me, and why understanding this can really skyrocket your chance of achieving your biggest dreams. I have a student who, when she first started working with me, she kept describing her voice as a disaster. She kept saying, every time I sing, it's a disaster. My voice is a disaster. And so I asked her, where did that thought first get planted in your awareness? And so she shared this story with me about how when she was younger, she wanted to join the school choir. And in order to join, you had to audition, and the choir master would listen to every single voice and determine whether you were good enough to be in the choir or not. As her turn came around, she sang, and the choir master completely ignored her and said, no, this is not for you. And so from that moment on, she had the thought implanted in her head that that was a disaster, therefore my singing must be a disaster. And so because that word stayed in her, every time she sang a song, she would virtually engage every single muscle available to her to really push the sound out and try really hard to sing. And it was as if her body was preparing herself for catastrophe. It really felt like she was protecting herself, subconsciously, of course. And so, of course, we worked on exercises to help her shift these unhelpful habits and these tendencies and release her voice. And of course, she was able to do it. She was able to sing a song from beginning to end, and it was not a disaster. She even surprised herself. So can you see the big lesson here? The words we tell ourselves matter. When we say it's too hard, or I'm a disaster, or I can't do that, that's not for me, I don't have the talent, etc. There are two things that are happening essentially. Number one, saying things like it's too hard, or saying I'm a disaster, or I can't do it, is declarative. In other words, we are declaring that this thing that we actually really want is simply not for us. It's too far out of our reach and capabilities. And that is simply not true, because the truth is you are infinite potential. If there's something that you want to achieve in life, you can achieve that. So making these declarative statements that it's too hard, I can't do it, that's beyond me, that is not serving you, and it's not going to serve you in any way, shape, or form. The second thing that is happening when we are using these words is we are essentially instructing our brain to look for reasons to back up what we are stating. Because the ego part of ourselves wants to keep us safe and wants to protect us and does not want us to be wrong. So as a result, our brain will scan the world for all the reasons why that thing is too hard, or proof that we are in fact a disaster, or we are not enough. Essentially, we are looking at life through the lens of this belief. And so under these very constraining conditions, it's no wonder why so many of us don't end up achieving the things we really want in life. When we keep telling ourselves things that don't serve us, whether we verbalize it out loud or we're just internally telling ourselves using our inner voices, then even when we do try to take those steps towards achieving our goals, we're already priming ourselves to pay attention to all of those things that could go wrong. I believe that if you have a dream or there's something that you really want to achieve and you can't stop thinking about it and it keeps coming up for you, I believe there's a reason why you are having these thoughts. I say this to every student who works with me. If there's a desire in you to learn how to sing, then there's a reason why you're meant to be doing that. Maybe your voice is meant to play a bigger role or purpose in your life. Maybe you will meet somebody important in this journey as you are discovering yourself in this creative way. Or maybe this journey will teach you a vital lesson that you're meant to learn, or open doors to an opportunity that you can't even imagine yet. So if you are watching this video and what I'm saying right now is resonating with you, then I encourage you to take it as a sign to move forward on that big dream of yours, whatever it may be. And to make that path easier, be aware of the words that you're using. Be aware of what you're telling yourself, whether that is verbalized out loud or you are just telling yourself internally. Instead of saying, that's too hard, say, this is challenging. And then ask yourself, what's the first easy step that I can take? Instead of saying, my singing is a disaster, say, singing is an exciting challenge for me right now. And then ask yourself, what's one simple action I can take to get started? Or who can I find to help me with this? As a singer, I believe in the power of energy, and the energy that you bring into whatever you do will impact the energy of the outcome of those actions. In singing, if you start a song with doubt and hesitation, then that energy is going to come out in your voice somehow, and your listeners are going to hear it or feel it. They may not be able to pinpoint exactly what it is that you're feeling, but they will sense something misaligned in your energy. So if you're going to go for that goal, that big dream of yours, which again, if it's in your mind, then you know it's there for a reason, then why not set yourself up for success? You can either take those first steps with high frequency energy or you can take them with low frequency energy. The choice is actually yours. And the words you use carry energy. So be intentional. Choose the words that make you feel like the success that you are right from the beginning. I hope you found this video helpful, and I would love to hear what your big dreams are, and do share them with me. You can comment below in the description box. And while you are here, do check out some of the other videos I have on this channel. If you are somebody whose big goal or big dream involves using your voice in a bigger way, then hopefully you will enjoy the videos that I have here. Be sure to subscribe, and I will see you again next time.